Welcome back to Satisfactory. I'm totally ignoring the event this year. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't. But maybe I should. I don't know. We've got a couple things we want to do. I want to research. So we've got 4 hard drives. Didn't realize we had so many. I think what we should do is try to get a particular copper ingot recipe. So we'll do a little research. In the meantime, we're just going to kind of assume that we're going to get it. Okay, here we go. Now, do I have my infinity lift? I'm thinking the infinity lift is the way to go here. Oh no! I don't have any of my blueprints because I changed computers. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay. All right. I upgraded my computer. I forgot about that. It looks like I could put 3 of these down, but I should probably just do the whole thing. Well, I could go 4. Technically, if I put this in the half, let me see if I can get this in the half position. I'm gonna have to get my blueprints back. That's a lot of blueprints. I feel like my mouse is a little oversensitive. Where is this option? It's annoying that it kept the settings but didn't keep my actual blueprints. Makes me sad. Mouse sensitivity, it's already set to 3. Oh, of course now I can barely move at all. Like it's ridiculous. We'll try somewhere between 1 and 2, or 1 and 3. There's really only one option. Okay, yeah, that's better. I feel like everything is in weird places, but it's not. It's just me being me, I guess. Okay, we got a platform. Now, I need to... I probably need another wall inside of this temporarily. I guess I'll put it on both sides. Technically, I don't need it on both sides, but we'll put it on both sides anyway. It's a Monday. The mouse sensitivity when I'm in certain menus is different than when I'm in the actual world. Oh, you know what? We might not have the... Oh, we do have the glass frame foundation. I was worried we didn't have that for a second. What color... What color is copper production? Kind of a green-orange color. Copy, paste, and paste. Select backgrounds, blank. Space, glossy, matte, high color. Close. And then we'll put this glass beam in here. Actually, I like the way it's coming out. This is going to be expensive. I should have set this before I did the copy paste. Every now and again I remember to do that. And every other now and again. So you get every now and again, I remember. And then I guess this is the now and not the again. Now I'm wondering, should I put a vertical pole on this? Maybe just on one. And then we'll let it copy its way down. We're getting very designy today. That doesn't seem like that's right. I could have sworn that... Oh, I have to build 2 of them? I don't know if I want to do all that. A pure copper ingot, but that takes water. Oh, sure. Now you gave me the turbo fuel blend. I'm going to stick with the idea that we're going to get the actual recipe that we want. But by holding off and not selecting, it just means that I won't get that combination of recipes again, which will increase the likelihood I'll get the recipe I want. And then push comes to shove, we can always try rescans. I don't know how much this option outputs. Give me a second. Let's take a peek over here. We want copper ingot, satisfactory. Well, I kind of like the second one better. The pure takes 15. Actually, that's a really good, if you're looking at like, that's more than double. For adding water, where over here, it just doubles it for adding iron. Okay, well, maybe that makes it a little easier. I need foundations, inverted ramp. It doesn't have to be a full inverted ramp, though. That doesn't look like an inverted ramp to me. Oh, there it is. It just needs some rotation. Boy, it really doesn't want to sit where... wait, there we go. But it's not rotated correctly. Ugh. Sometimes you just need a different place for a snap point. Oh wait, that's just a ramp. I want the inverted ramp. No wonder it was so easy. It wasn't the thing I wanted. Huh. Let's try a 1 meter wall, shall we? Maybe 2 of them. It's just refusing to snap where I actually want it to snap. There we go. Each one of those 1 meter walls has its own snap point. For whatever reason, it rotates the second it gets there. You know, the problem with being Satisfactory is that it's so good in so many interface questions. When you get an actual interface problem, you're just shocked and disappointed by it. For most games, you just be like, that's the way it is. And you work around it instantly. This game is so good in most cases that when it's bad, you're just, ugh. The disappointment can't be hidden. But we got it. That's all that matters. And we're going from a small amount to a large amount. 15 copper ore to 37.5. Technically, one pipe would be 60 machines. That's kind of a lot. Technically, I want to go like this. And then I want to go like that. Let's see if we can move this back enough to give ourselves enough room. Well, actually, there's plenty of room. So it's one belt in over 2 belts out. It's actually 37.5 versus 15. We actually need 3 belts. I'm guessing we're going to need a little logistics to help us with this. And I guess I don't have to scan any more hard drives. And then customizer, watercolor. And I think we'll just try to sneak our way right in here. Aluminum rod. Ugh. Deuterium wire. I think we'll give this a rescan. This one's terrible. Or, you know what? We'll just leave it. We do have this guy that we should worry about. Oh, but it's 100. 100 shards. I mean, in a really good day, we could find all those. 10 purple power slugs is all you need. Oh. You know, I looked it up. Oh, wait, no, here it is. I do have it. Pure ingots. Oh, that's a lot different than what I looked up online. It's way more favorable. But good news is now we only need 2 output belts. 1 input belt results in 2 output worth of stuff. And then we're going to need water to go with that. So 20, that's 30 machines. 30 machines would be 1,050 input. Somehow I need this to get onto 2 belts. And I need to decide, I think I should just run them all in the same direction. So I'm just going to run everything this way. So what we'll do is each section we'll attempt to run to the output. Ew, I don't know if it's going to let me do this. Actually, right, so I got the split, and then I want to, each one of these is going to give you a third. That just, you know, all 3 of these machines get the first half, as opposed to just this first machine. And then the next set of 3 machines gets half. So I like that part. So I think that part's working. I'm just trying to figure out, how am I going to get this stuff off of here and onto this secondary belt, which technically is the belt we want to put the stuff on. You know, the simplest way to do it is just put a smart splitter here. Oh wait, wherever I put the smart splitter, it needs to also include space for the actual, okay, all right. So I need to move this to in front of this merger. Right, and then we can connect that. The question's going to be, can we put a belt between these two? Conveyor belt too short. All right. Left output, we're going to make that inning, and then center is going to be overflow. Whenever possible, we're going to dump stuff off of here, down here.
I don't know, have a good day.
And into the actual output belt. And then all we need to do is power this. All right, maybe this needs to go a little further out. Otherwise, it's gonna clip all the splitters and mergers. That's pretty straightforward. Then we'll just find our copper ingot icon. I mean, 30 machines is more than... If push comes to absolute... Oh, wait. It's iron ingots, not copper. Am I trying to make a mistake here? I am trying to make a mistake. That's pure iron. That's why the numbers are all funky. Okay. So we need to keep looking. Oh, wait. No, I'm totally trying to confuse myself. Pure copper ingot right here on the refinery. Select. I saw that I had the option in the MAM and then kind of copied and pasted that into I already had it. But I didn't. But now I do. So we're good. So yeah, 30. Okay. So now the problem is back to original problem, which is technically 37.5 divided by 15. We need 2.5 output belts. And technically we only have 2 output belts. I might be able to squeeze another one in here. I have no idea how I'm planning to do this. You know, I could just leave it like that and then at some point just put on, because all we really need is a splitter and a merger. But if I try to put that on here, it's gonna get really upset with me. Pretty sure we're too close to the edge. Yeah. But that's all we really need. So we'll just leave that like that. It's a little odd, but it's doing what it needs to do, so we're fine. It's only half a belt. Okay. I guess the good news is we only have one of these to worry about. Do I really want to try to do the whole thing? $60 of these machines if I want to do the whole thing. 60 times 15, 900. That's more than a belt's worth. And it would take a pretty fast belt to use all of that. How fast is our current belt? 780. I'm pretty sure Satisfactory belt Mark 6. $1,200. So technically that will work once we upgrade our belt. Assuming we have access to that much copper. I think we're fine setting it up like this. One pipe means 60 machines. $60 machines means 20 blueprints. I felt like I had one more calculation and that was it. Boy, we actually need a lot of stuff to build this. The motors are what's gonna kill us. Let me see if I can get a... Uh-oh, I might not have a screenshot on me. Man, they're really giving me all the presents. Oh, snipping tool is part of Windows. Where did it go? What I like to do is just grab a screenshot of the shopping list. And then I just kind of have that on the side. And then I can come over here and just kind of drop everything so I have room. Might as well drop absolutely everything. Uh-oh. Gotta make sure you actually have it on and not just in your inventory. I've been meaning to clean that up for a while, so good time to do it is when you actually need some stuff. We need 1,400. Well, we need like 500 more of these. All right, that's enough of those. All right, we've got the steel pipes that we need. And we got the industrial beams. There's probably some copper sheets over here. I'm just going to assume that we're going to grab these copper sheets. Oh, that's a bad assumption. These copper sheets are not full. But we can steal some from the storage area here. We need 3,000. It's a lot of copper sheets. Oh, actually, we could use the concrete. We've got concrete being made locally. This turned out to be a very productive stopover. Yeah, we want to just grab the rest of it. I feel like whenever I leave that one, that kind of feels stronger. Like I didn't have to do anything. Oh, I guess technically I didn't have the jetpack on. And just having the jetpack on is enough to change your trajectory. So, okay. Plus, I've already proven that your graphics card has a lot to do with how effective your hypercannons are. Okay. So we also grab the concrete. Iron plates, crystal oscillators. Pretty sure the crystal oscillators are easy enough. We'll just move those over. We only needed 150 of those. I think the real problem is going to be the motors. We're going to have to make those. For whatever reason, I just absolutely refuse to do the motor line. Though I guess that's what we're doing now because this copper ingot platform is going to give us what? A nice chunk. It's going to give us a nice chunk of copper ingots that we can use stuff for. My hypercannon network needs some work. Well, I guess now that we're here by the computer factory, we might as well go ahead and grab the crystal oscillators. Iron plates are relatively easy. How's this factory doing? We're not using all the cable, which is a good thing because we're not providing enough quick wire. But it looks like we're not using all the cable. I wonder if we're not using all the cable because we're not providing enough quick wire. Yeah, so the need for cable is over here as well. What is that? What are we making here? I don't want to get too distracted, but... high-speed connectors. I might be able to come back and add some more Caterium or more quick wire. We could probably figure that out. We need 600 motors. And we're looking at 800 plate. I should have grabbed some copper sheets while I was over there. Not copper sheets, aluminum sheets. And what am I doing? Overshooting it, because I really just need to come over here. We need to see what we need to make some motors. It's a decent setup, I just haven't set it up to be supplied. 25 motors per minute. In 10 minutes, we'll have 250. In 30 minutes, we'll have more than enough. This factory has all the rotors that we need. I feel relatively confident that I have set myself up for rotor pickup. What we'll do is we'll call this the Hearing Get Blueprint video. And then next episode, we'll build the 20 platforms. The 20 platforms, which will give us 60 machines, which is 1 pipe's worth of water. Which is going to take forever to fully fill, but what are you going to do? I'm really trying to overshoot. So that was cable, but I think what I want is to grab some pipe. If we put pipe in there, then we'll also be able to make the stators that we need. Which is actually the thing that's holding us up. Is our stator production. Of course, once we have the copper ingots, we can go a long way towards building consistent supply of stators. I'm tempted to check in on my quick wire platform just because I don't expect it to be... We'll do that afterwards. Let's get this done. Plus, that'll give us a little time to make a few motors, so it's perfect. As is my tradition, I like to hand jam to get started fully right away. So the only trouble... Ooh, wow. We got way more boost than I was expecting. Oh, you know, it's because we don't have the right... Hang on, it definitely adjusts... I think it's kind of like, if you have the jetpack on, you've got some mobility. Even if you're not actually using the fuel. It allows you to make more adjustments. But right now, all we need are all of the wire. All of the wire? Are all the wire? Is all the wire? What we need right now is all the wire. Is the right way to go there. I'm gonna steal these. Oh, are you saying you've got a full stack in the uploader as well? You are saying that. Let's check in on our quick wire. It could be that I just don't have enough. Man, I did it again. It could be that I just don't have enough drones making the trip. Well, right there, we can see a drone on its way in right now. Yeah, we're just not cranking out enough quick wire. It's like we need a more judicious use of this. Do I have a... I am not going to redo this. But do I have a purified version? petroleum, coke, and deuterium. Which only adds 7 deuterium per minute. Whew, that's rough. Let's see if we have any, you know, a purified one is always welcome. So this one, it's 45 to 15. Jeez. This one, it just cuts it in half if we can find the pure version. It's a reduction no matter what. Oh, this is only a Mark II. Well, that's their answer. Let's upgrade that. Our current belt is only 780. I'm gonna leave this in here just so we don't have to worry about finding it later. $45. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 3, 18 times 45, 810. So now we have more than enough to process all of the deuterium that's coming off the line. Our capacity is still more than what we're currently providing. Once we upgrade this to a higher speed belt though, that could change. Oh wait, we got deuterium ingots just sitting around in here. No doubt from a previous. I might as well just take this. Any chance to clean up a little bit. Wouldn't want to be accused of having unlimited boxes lying around. So this side isn't providing for that side. That feels like something we can tweak. So they're both outputting. All right. Let's put a merger on this. At least now both sides are working. And then what I'll do is I'll upgrade this to a smart splitter. Is it already a smart splitter? No. So let me upgrade it. And then I'll say you output forward by way of an overflow. No, by way of a any. And then on this side, overflow. You want to get it right to here. The one drone can pick up half of this inventory, which is one of these and 3 of these. We're just gonna go burn down mode here. And I should probably figure out how to hook this up as well to directly export. What I was trying to do is just allow one side to be responsible for that computer factory. But now I'm not sure that we have enough quick wire flowing. And it's all partial because we've got that sudden influx of ingots that we had in the storage box. All right, I think this is set. Trying to spread the wealth a little bit so all of these guys run. Though we know our capacity is a little higher than this, so it's not going to be perfect. But if they could all be green for a half a second, that'd be great. Alright, well, our computer factory is going to have a good chunk of quick wire for a little while. And we're still on a surplus of power. Yeah. Hyper cannons are affected. The physics of a hyper cannon is affected by the efficiency of your graphics card. There's no way I could make that jump. No way I would make that jump in one shot before the upgrade. The previous time I tested hypercannons with various video cards, it would crash. So there's definitely a production or a performance issue associated with hypercannoning. Hypercannoning. Oh, I should have stopped by the motor factory. I could have grabbed a chunk of motors. All right, let's call it there. We'll do the build in the next episode. And we'll grab the water from here. We'll move it up. We'll move it in. We'll find a place where we can build all the machines without covering up any desirable resources. And then we'll just go from there. You know, we'll probably try to unlock a few things. We'll store some copper ingots for copper powder. Yep, I think that's about right. Thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. We'll see you next time.